Survived the night. Broke out the jet boil this morning. The luxury of being able to pack a little bit heavier stuff with the kayak over the backpacking where I normally use an alcohol stove. The jet boil is pretty much a luxury. Larry just hollered fish on, so let's see what he's got. That's a little catfish. He came up this morning and said, "Are you awake?" And I said, "Yeah." And he had about a 2-pound, maybe a 3-pound channel cat. Boy, they're really pretty in this clear water, aren't they? So what Larry's doing is he's got night crawlers and he's letting it float on a bobber. I want to do a quick walk around of our camp. My kayak is the orange one, and I turned it up last night so that seat would dry out. My inexperience at paddling, I got kind of wet, hoping to do better today, but not too bad considering it's the first time I've been out on it. And this weekend I chose to go with my gathered in hammock, which is a Hammock Bliss, and my DIY poncho liner underquilt. The Hammock Bliss is really a nice setup. It's got the bug net, whoopee slings here, courtesy of Gargoyle. And this is what we call mule tape, which is 1/2-inch webbing that is rated at like 1800 pounds, and it's very lightweight. But you can see how this zips open. Works pretty nice. And that's a hammock that Larry made himself. It's one of my dry bags, which they actually do work. Larry is draining the water out of his kayak through a little porthole in the bottom that allows it to drain. I believe those kayaks weigh 53 pounds. They're pretty nice. Coolers hanging up to keep the raccoons out of them. And there you have camp. You okay? Well, we've come to the first real impasse. And this is kind of interesting. That used to be the shoreline, and the river actually went that way and then turned and went back around here. And if you look way down there, you can barely see where it comes back in. So evidently, in the two big floods they had this winter, spring, it cut a new path, and it is jammed up tight. So probably what we're going to have to do is make about a 1/4 to a 1/3 of a mile portage and try to get back into the old creek and an old river and float back into the main, because this is way too treacherous for a novelist like myself. Help! Let the adventure continue. Well, we're back on the river after that portage, which we thought it was only going to be about a 1/4 to a 1/3 of a mile. It ended up being at least a 1/2 mile, if not longer. Got some video of it with the GoPro. Felt like I was on the Lewis and Clark expedition there for a little while. But anyway, it's a beautiful place. And there's looking back at the other side of that log jam. Where the river decided to cut a new path. Huh? Oh, there's an eagle. Sorry about the shaking. Every time I look away to see if I'm going to hit any obstructions in the water, I lose out on it. Let's see if we can get him to fly. Okay, I was filming the female, sitting right next to her. I didn't even see was the male. Beautiful bird. goose walks like I do. Poor thing. Maybe we should have gone on the other side. There's another example of the power of water and a flood. That's a great big root wad. They got rammed up against that sycamore tree. I don't know if you can hear with the waterproof camera on, but a lot of cars going over that. That's US 40 or Indiana 40, I'm not sure.